What is going on, you beautiful people? You're gorgeous. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I am answering y'all's questions, man. We do these once every blue moon where I solicit your best and brightest on social media. Y'all give me some questions and we get in here and we get intimate. We got a ton of amazing questions, so let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right in. Question number 1 from JP_2. What is your favorite part about being business partners with Ank? I mean, honestly, there's a lot of good parts, but I'll tell you my favorite one. You know how there's some people, right? They have notorious bad luck, and the expression is that it seems that there's a dark cloud following them around, just raining on them. Well, with Ank, it's not a dark cloud. It's a bright one, and it's not raining water, it's raining women. So needless to say, if I'm hanging out with him and I'm in close proximity, the women that are hitting him and sheening off his raincoat, they splash onto me, and that's always been something I've enjoyed about our friendship. No, I'm kidding, man. He's in a great relationship. He's got a great, awesome girlfriend. For real, that's my best friend, man. I can trust him with literally anything. I never have to worry about like money coming up missing. We never got to worry about like his job duties not getting done or vice versa on my end. He's just someone that I can completely trust. And when you go into business with somebody, you got to like make sure before anything else, you got to make sure you trust him. And I trust I do with my life. He's my best friend. So that's the best part. Thanks for your question. From Bro Chef 7, have you ever thought about cracking 200 pounds of muscle? Ooh, let me tell y'all something. I have taken some pretty wild cycles back in my day, and I have eaten whatever in the attempts to try to hit like 200 pounds. And I've done it once or twice in my life, and I am just a sloppy 200 pounds. I am just not built to be that big. Unless I wanted to really take all the gear and like push it up to the next level and just do some really crazy stuff. I do not see that ever happening. So I'm at this point in life where like, I want balance, right? I want to be able to take my shirt off at the pool. I feel good. I have abs. I may not be the most shredded guy in the world, but I'm happy with my body. I can work hard all week, and if I'm gonna go to a pool party on the weekend, I'm not sweating and counting the macros on a hot dog. I'm just not doing it. So for me, it's all about balance. So I don't think I'll ever be 200 pounds of muscle. I'd love to. Give me a pill for that and I'd take it, but I don't still see it happening. Thanks for your question. From Christian Jessel, what is your favorite video game of all time? We'll keep this quick because I know there's not a lot of nerds out there, but comment below if you're a nerd. I'm gonna separate this into 2 categories. Console game has to be Halo, probably Halo 1, 2, and 3, all 3 of those combined. I've spent more time with that game on console, have more fun, more memories than with any other game. On PC, Star Wars, The Old Republic. I was addicted to that game for like 2.5 years. I poured every ounce of my being into it. It's an MMORPG, and yeah, like really that kind of got me into fitness, to be honest. But that's a different story. Check out the Modcast episode I did, not the last one, the first one I did, and I kind of break all this down. Thanks for your question. From Michael Lee Reyes, does your body ever ache from doing that much cardio every single day? To be honest, no. I think I've just gotten used to it. I'm over a year now. It's like I'm losing track, but it's like maybe a year and like 2 months. I've done 40 minutes of cardio every single day, and I go pretty dang hard, but nah, body never aches. I think it's like anything. You do anything every day, you kind of get used to it. So honestly, like I have no want to like ever quit doing the cardio because I feel so good afterwards. I can wake up in like a bad mood, I do that cardio, and I'm automatic. It's like I took a natural painkiller. It's great. So yeah, no aches if we're not counting the internal anguish. Thanks for your question. From Jesse Peterson, how come you don't show your lifting routine? All right, here's the thing. I just got back into vlogging. Now, we have an Alphalete question later on in the video, so I'll get to that. But like at Alphalete, when I'm training, the music is so loud that if I try to film in there and try to talk, that we get copyrighted. My video either reaches less people or it's not able to be monetized. So very hard to do, not easy. In the majority of my videos, I'm kind of like by myself. Like I know the last couple of vlogs, we've had a videographer there, but there's been so many other moving parts going on. It's like for me to be like, hey, you just film me, get my workout routine. It really isn't what we were there for in the first place. Cause like the last video I did, we're trying to shoot product shots. We're getting stuff of all the athletes, doing all this business stuff. So easier said than done, although I think I'm kind of making excuses, but I will in the future. The goal is in the future, we're gonna put a gym and some equipment in the warehouse we're getting, and that way it can be a little quieter. We can control the atmosphere, and I can, you know, put on, like show you guys what's up. But that's why I don't do it. Not that I don't want to, it's just a little tricky at times, but you know, that's how life is sometimes, bud. Thanks for your question. From Eric Figueroa _Fig, will you ever do an eating challenge again? Boy, let me tell y'all something. When I started YouTube, I would do these crazy eating challenges, and I love them. I love food. I love eating a lot of food at one time. It's not a good look, and I guarantee if I start doing eating challenges again, there's gonna be people making videos saying that I'm like promoting, I don't know, binge eating and bad stuff, but I do it because I think it's fun. There's a challenge, you're trying to rise to that challenge, and it's something I really do, I would like to do. If you wanna see one, you gotta comment below and let me know. If you wanna see me do an eating challenge, I will make you guys sick to your stomach. I can eat more than anybody here. I mean that. Thanks for your question. From Yusei Fupa, favorite anime, that is Dragon Ball Z, hands down. Nothing beats Dragon Ball Z. Nothing beats Dragon Ball Z. Thanks for your question. From B. DeBortolo, how many Anabar flavors are you gonna make? Well, as of right now, we got 4 flavors out, which thank you guys for supporting that launch, man. We were almost sold out. There might be a few boxes left of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, finalbossperformance.com, code RGF10, you already know. But the idea is to make as many as we possibly can. When you have a business, right, you kind of release some products. If those products do well, you take the profit from those products and use that to expand your business, right? The thing about Final Boss and Anabar is that I don't make any money from that. Neither does Zank. We do not pay ourselves out of our company. All that money goes right back into building the brand. So as long as people keep loving the protein bars and keep buying them and keep giving us good feedback, I mean, we've taken so much feedback from these first launches that the entire future of our product line and the way we're doing these flavors has completely changed. So yeah, as long as everybody keeps showing up, we're gonna keep doing it. So comment a flavor suggestion down below if you got a cool one that we're not thinking about. Thank you, bud. From A Full Metal Mutt, why do you like the Stairmaster over other cardio machines? That's an easy one. I think for the amount of time, if I'm gonna spend 40 minutes on a machine and invest that time, I want it to be the most optimal use of my time. A stair stepper, in my opinion, and I think a lot of the people share this opinion, is where you're going to burn the most calories in the shortest amount of time. So if I'm gonna get on there and I'm gonna devote that time, I'm not just gonna walk on a treadmill, I'm not just gonna hop on an elliptical, I'm gonna get on that Stairmaster, I'm gonna climb some steps. For me to burn 800 calories on a stair stepper in 40 minutes is nothing. For me to do that on an incline treadmill, I'm practically sprinting. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for your question. From Nietzsche225, should I get on the elliptical 40 minutes a day or lift weights for weight loss? If your goal is strictly weight loss, then cardio over weights every single day. People dramatically overestimate the amount of calories they burn when they lift weights. You really don't burn that many. If your goal is to strictly burn calories and burn fat, cardio is the best use of your time. I recommend maybe a combination of both, but if you only have a set amount of time, cardio every single day. But don't do that cardio where you're just walking on a treadmill, you know? You gotta push yourself. You gotta be breathing heavy. I mean, the amount of sweat that comes off of my body after a cardio session is disgusting. If you guys have seen that on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. It is absolutely gross, but I mean, hey, in order to burn fat, you gotta heat that freaking body up. And when you're sweating, that's a good sign. It means everything's working. So push yourself hard in all things. Thanks for your question. From Grant.Plitt, best way to come up with new recipes. I need more content, LOL. Here's the thing, and I try to tell everybody that is in the recipe creating space, or you're trying to do stuff with food, like food is practically unlimited. There is inspiration everywhere you look. You go out to dinner, you're looking at that menu, there's inspiration right there. You are watching any of the channels on TV that are dedicated strictly to food, any of the YouTube channels that are dedicated strictly to food. There's so much endless inspiration. I feel like in my head all the time, I look at all these other creators and I'm like, why is no one doing what I'm doing? This is not that hard. There's so many food options out there. It's not hard to make them anabolic. It's really not. So I would just say, if you don't know how to, I mean, there's inspiration everywhere, freaking everywhere. So I mean, come on. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, drive through a fast food restaurant and jot down 5 things on the menu and then start trying to make them anabolic. I mean, that's a good start. Thanks for your question. From E. Karam, why are you not working out at Alphalete Gym? All right, so around 2.5 weeks ago, something like that, I joined a new gym. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know I'm always sharing my morning cardio on my story. So I'm always showing like, hey, here we go. And I was getting a lot of messages from people saying, why aren't you at Alphalete? You're not at Alphalete. What's going on? Did something happen? And to be completely honest, nothing happened. What did happen was that I found a gym that's like really close to my house. And with Alphalete, I love that gym and I still do lift there. But when I go and I'm doing 40 minutes of cardio every morning, I kind of like to be able to get in there and get out, right? With Alphalete, what was kind of starting to happen was that I knew everybody there in the mornings when I would go, and I'm walking in, I'm having a 10-minute conversation with this person, then I talk to this person, then I'm meeting this person. And by the time I got out of there, like I wasted like 40 minutes. When I'm shooting, editing, doing all my own content, all this stuff with Anabar, it's like those minutes really, really count in my day. They really do. So basically I found a gym that is a shorter drive. No one really knows me there, and I can kind of go in, do my thing, get out, keeps my day kind of moving. So that's why, man, nothing happened. And I still do lift there, but it's on a day that like it makes sense for me to lift there. Like if I gotta wake up, film, edit, do all this stuff, Anabar, blah, 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 then it's just more time tacked onto my day. But if I'm just kind of having a casual day, I'm just gonna go lift, Alphalete's the spot, man. There's no better vibes anywhere. So thanks for your question. From the Iron Musket, will you ever give financial tips on your channel or do a series with? I'm just not a financial channel. So yeah, I don't see me doing like a financial series. I don't think anybody would ever watch it. I mean, I do get some questions like that in Q&As that I answer, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever do like a series or anything on it. If you're looking for like a financial tip, my number one tip is not to buy anything that you don't absolutely need. If you can't pay cash for it and you really don't have any reason to buy it, there's a couple notable exceptions, maybe a car or a house. But other than that, man, like I got this Pikachu shirt on sale for like 10 bucks. I'm gonna wear this for the next couple years. I'm always wearing cutoffs. I've had the same sets of shoes. I haven't bought a new pair of shoes in years. I just don't spend money. Like people are like, there needs to be more furniture in your house. I'm like, for who? I'm gonna put a chair in the breezeway so I can never sit in it? Yeah, just don't spend money that you don't need to spend. I always ask myself this question. When I go to buy something, I'm like, do you really need that? And a lot of times the answer is no. And if you follow that logic, you're gonna end up saving some money. Thanks for your question. From Gurdeep, would you ever start a podcast? You seem to know everyone, but it seems like you're good at doing them. Obviously mimic JRE instead of doing those long scripted podcasts. In the last vlog, I asked you guys for name suggestions for the podcast, and I said if someone came up with a name that we ended up using, I would send you a massive Anabar care package. As of right now, we don't have any winners, so if you have any podcast names, comment them down below, and if we end up using it, I will send you a plethora of Anabars. Thanks for your question. From Dale Scotties, how do you like living in Houston? Do you consider yourself a Texan yet? I friggin' love Houston. I love Texas. I would not rather be anywhere else on the earth other than maybe Miami. Heard they got things popping down there, but nah, I love where I'm at, man. I love the people I'm around. I love my friends. I love the weather. I love the location. I love everything about it. I absolutely love it. This is the best decision I ever made moving here. Thanks for your question. From Ryan Shaw, what's the #1 thing you've learned since starting your YouTube channel? It is that YouTube and this whole life, like it seems like it's all glitz and glamour. You guys see the highlight reels on the videos. You see the parts that we edit, we clip, we put in. Everything looks so easy, but it's stressful. My life was far less stressful when I didn't work for myself and I just showed up somewhere and collected a paycheck and went home and played video games. It was so much less stressful. My mental health was in a much better spot, and I didn't feel this like pressure. You know what I mean? I have to keep going. Like I can't stop going. So I guess it'd be that the grass isn't always greener on the other side, no matter how green it appears with an Instagram filter. Thanks for your question. From Chase Chastain, Ram, how come you haven't upgraded the living room TV to a 75 or 85 incher for the fight viewing parties you have been having? Here's the thing. I have thought in my head about getting a new TV for the longest time, but it comes back to that question, if I didn't cut it out of the Q&A that I answered earlier, which is what I ask myself when I'm going to make a purchase. I go, okay, a new TV that's gonna be $2,000, $3,000, right? For 10, 20 more inches on the TV you already have. Do you really need that? Is anybody at the parties coming up to me and going, Rem, this is great. The only thing I don't like is that TV could be 10 inches bigger. No, there's alcohol flowing, there's cookies, there's pizzas, there's people playing beer pong, there's titties bouncing. So I'm in the mindset if it ain't broke, I'm not gonna fix it, man. 65 inches is more than I need, and I will run that TV into the ground. Save that money for a new Anabar flavor. I don't know. Appreciate your question. And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been another Q&A. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Smash that thumbs up button, comment anything down below. Follow me on social media to make sure you can get the chance to have your question answered in a future video. And if you are fairly new to this whole dieting thing and you want a handy little guide right in your pocket, check out the RJF Anabolic Cookbook. Link down below in my description. You already know. Filled with recipes to make this entire lifestyle easier, right? You can have the best of both worlds. You're finding balance. If there's one thing a lot of us could use when we're trying to do all this is a little bit of balance in a pizza. I'm speaking from experience. Appreciate you guys as always. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see each and every one of you at the next video. See you guys. I'm out. Don't forget the Anabars are back, baby.